Hello students, I welcome you all to YouTube channel Learn Maths with Fun @NAS #Agam. So today we are discussing about coordinate geometry. So we will discuss the basics of coordinate geometry. So let us start. So as we know, we have the horizontal line as x-axis and the vertical line as y-axis. And where these two lines intersect each other, that is the point known as origin. And here both x as well as y are 0. Okay. And firstly we will write x and then we write y in this bracket. Okay. And on this side we have the value for x as positive. This side. Here we have the value for x as negative. So we are writing x dash. Here the value for y is positive. So I am writing y. And here the values for y is negative. So I am writing y dash. Okay. So you have to move anti-clockwise. As you know, the clock rotates this way, right? So anti-clockwise means this way. Okay, so this is anti-clockwise. That means this. Okay, is it clear? Now when we move anti-clockwise, starting from this to this point, we will get these 4 quadrants. This is our quadrant 1. So you have to start from here. Here you have to start. So this is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. This is quadrant 3. And this one is quadrant 4. Now, as you are understanding, we have 4 quadrants over here. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. And this is our origin, that is 0, 0. In quadrant 1, I have told you the value for x is positive and the value for y is also positive, as we have x this as positive and y this as positive. So it is of plus plus. Now in quadrant second, we have the value for x as negative. So firstly we have to write down the value for x. After that we have to write the value for y, that is positive. And in third quadrant, the value for x is negative and the value for y is also negative. So it is minus minus. Now the fourth quadrant, the value for x is positive and the value for y is negative. Okay, I hope you will understand this. Now moving on to, if the question is given to you, you have these 2 points, minus 2, 3. And you have to tell without plotting in which quadrant that is lying, right? So as we see that here we have x as negative and the value for y is positive. So we have to check our figure. So as you can see, the value for x is negative and y is positive is lying in quadrant second. So your answer is quadrant second. I hope you will understand this question too. Now moving on to our next question. If the question is not regarding like this, if the question is, wait a minute, let us discuss this also, right? 3, 2, the both values for x as well as y are positive. So that means plus plus. So it is our first quadrant. So your answer is quadrant 1. I hope you will understand this type of question. Now, the question is, if you have 1, 0 as your question, and they are saying on which axis does it lies. As you know, the value for x here is positive and the value for y is given to you as 0. So, x is lying over here and there is no value for y. So, it lies on x-axis, as we have only the value for x. So, it lies on x-axis. Now, if the question is shifted like this, minus 1, 0, so it lies on negative x-axis. So, x dash axis. Similarly, if you have a question that is 0, 2, so it lies on y-axis. Okay, here the value for x is 0 and the value for y is given to you, so it lies on y-axis. Similarly, if you have a question that is 0, -2, again it lies on y dash axis. I hope you will understand these questions and the basics for coordinate geometry. So if you like this video, so like, subscribe, share and comment. I hope you will understand it. So